Hello, nice, great. How are you? We are today learn about have to grammar. You can follow the video to learn about have to. Okay. The use of have to for strong obligation. Strong obligation. We used have to talk about strong obligation that comes from somewhere. For example, from your boss, your parents, rule at school or work. Okay? We used have to talk about strong obligation that comes from somewhere. For example, from your boss, your parents, or rule at school or work and government. In Arabic احنا بنستعمل الهاف تو للتحدث عن إجبار. obligation معناها إجبار اللي يأتي من مكان ما. مثال يأتي من مديرك boss رئيسك في العمل. parents rule at school قواعد مدرسية أو عمل أو government حكومة. have to show us that the obligation comes from outside the speaker. Okay? Example to explain this. Example. The first example. We have to wear uniform when we are working in reception. Do you understand this sentence? Do we have to wear uniform when we are working in reception? The obligation in this sentence comes from work. From work. The obligation in this sentence comes from work. Okay. The subject in this sentence plural. If the subject is a plural, okay, we used have to followed by verb infinitive. Another word, if subject we, you, I, they, or any names refer to them, used have to followed by verb infinitive. Where? Verb infinitive. These are complements. Okay? Exercise example 2. The second example. I have to hand in our homework to teacher at 4 o'clock. I have to hand in our homework to teacher at 4 o'clock. The subject in the second sentence plural. Okay, I. After that, our used have to follow it by verb infinitive. If the subject is plural, used have to follow it by hand in. They are complements. The complement of the sentence. The obligation, the second sentence or the second example comes from school. From school. Example 3. Okay? Or the third example. Dana has to clean her room every day. the subject in this sentence singular. Okay, if the subject is singular, we use has to followed by verb infinitive. If the subject singular, use has to followed by infinitive. Another word, if the subject is he or she or it or any names refer to them, used has to followed by ويتبع ب verb infinitive. Do you understand? Okay, inshallah. The second idea, the use of don't have to or doesn't have to. What's that mean? Don't have to or doesn't have to. That means not essential, or no obligation, not essential, not important, not obligation غير بدون إجبار. Also mean it's your choice خيارك. Also it's up to you مثل ما بدك. You are free, انت حر. يعني don't have to or doesn't have to بتعني مثل ما بدك، انت حر تعمل هذا الشيء او ما تعمل هذا الشيء، هذا اختيارك بدون اجبار، مش مهم انك تعمله او مش ما تعمله. اوكي نيجي grammatic. If the subject is plural, we use don't have to followed by verb infinitive. If the subject plural, use don't have to followed by infinitive. If the subject singular, we used doesn't have to plus verb infinitive. Okay, if the subject they, okay, they, we, you, I, okay, or any names refer to them, use don't have to. If the subject he, she, it, or any names refer to them, use doesn't have to. Follow it, verb infinitive. Okay. After don't or doesn't, always no, use base form. Use base form or verb infinitive. We can't use after doesn't has. Okay, we learn in the last lessons after the verb to be the verb to do base form. Okay, we learn in the last lessons. احنا تعلمنا بالدروس الماضية انه بعد العائلة تدو او الفيرب تدو نستعمل البيس فورم، لذلك هنا احنا استخدمنا بعد doesn't has to، ما استخدمنا don't can't used has to after doesn't. Okay, please focus. Okay my students. Example. The first example. We don't have to work overtime. We, plural, used don't have to. If subject is a plural, use don't have to, followed by verb infinitive. If the subject singular used doesn't have to. Please focus, please. Singular doesn't have to. Okay, هنا don't have to, doesn't have to. After that verb, get up, verb infinitive. My student, at the end of this rule or this grammar, we have exercise, just 5 sentences. أنا راح أبعت الصورة مباشرة بعد الفيديو، بدي تكتبوا لي على دفتر القواعد وتتصور مع الحل. أوكي تاسع. Let's move to our activity book. Please listen to me. Look at the table. Look at the table. We have look at the job interview advice and complete the summary. انظر إلى نصائح مقابلة العمل and complete the summary وأكمل summary التلخيص. This is the summary. Okay, used have to, don't have to, can and can't. If you see take, this till you use obligation. The obligation mean have to. If you see cross here, if you see cross, till you use can't. Okay, not essential, it's your choice. That means don't have to. It's a good idea. This means can. Okay, please write this note in your book. Okay, look at the column. Have to. Be on time. كن في الوقت. Be friendly. كن لطيف. Obligation. في المقابلة in the interview obligation إجباري. Can't. Okay, give false information about your skills and experience. Give false information about your skills and experience. يعني لا تعطي معلومات خاطئة عن خبرتك ومهاراتك. Make negative comments about previous employers. يعني لا تعطي comment negative or سيء يعني عن المدراء السابقين. Please look the column. Not essential, it's your choice. We use don't have to. Wear a suit, it depends on the job. لبس البدلة بيعتمد على العمل. يعني هذا خيارك. Says yes immediately if you are offered the job. قول نعم مباشرة إذا أنت عرض عليك العمل. The last column, it's good idea. We used can. Arrive 10 minutes early. يعني تصل قبل الوقت ب10 دقائق. Write thank you letter to your interviewer after the interview. اكتب رسالة شكر للمقابل بعد المقابلة. Let's start and let's read. Okay. It's good. Yeah. First of all, you be on time. Be on the time. We used have to because in the column have to. Have to. For your interview. You blank try to arrive at last 10 minutes early. Where's it's a good idea. We used can. 3. You wear suit. So it depends on job. تلبس بدلة. In the column don't have to. So, this way. Okay. When you met the interviewer, عندما أنت تقابل المقابل هذا اللي بيعمل لك المقابلة. You be friendly. Where's the column? Have to. 4. 5. Give false information about yourself. تعطي معلومات خاطئة عن شخصك أو عن حالك عن نفسك. Negative comments. Where's the column? Can't. يعني لا تستطيع أن تعطي معلومات نيجاتيف أو سلبية عن previous employer يعني لمدراءك السابقين. Remember you 7 say yes immediately if you offer you the job. Go home يعني بتقول انك تحكي مباشرة اذا هم عرضوا عليك العمل. Where's the column? Don't have to. If they offer you the job, go home and think about everything very carefully first. You also write a thank you letter to the interviewer after the interview. It always gives good impression انطباع متمتع عنه. Good luck. Also write thank you letter. It's a good idea. Can. Okay. Exercise number 7. You use nose to write a paragraph.